Hi, I'm MTG and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. And today we are checking out a fun card that is Dimir focused from, I believe, Guilds of Ravnica or one of the Ravnica sets. I honestly don't remember, but I was kind of getting a little tired of some of the Lord of the Rings stuff, so I thought I'd mix it up today. So I hope you all enjoy. And with no further ado, let's go check out the deck list and I will see you in a second. Before we jump into the gameplay, I want to give a big thank you to my Patreons. So over at the Tree Folk level, thank you LOL Copter, Frosty K, and our little sapperlings over here. Thank you so much for your support. We have Ishtari, Brendan Such, JS, Jolly Good J, Sasser, Queen B, Vinny Chase, Ye Gutierrez, Tanade Mohammed, and Andrew Cow. Alright, here's the deck. We are rocking Etrata, the Silencer. They're 4 CMC. They can't be blocked, which is key because what this commander wants to do is deal combat damage to a player, exile target creature that player controls, and you put a hit counter on that card, and then that player loses the game if they own 3 or more exiled cards with hit counters on them. And then Etrata's owner shuffles Etrata into their library. So, with this commander, it's really interesting because it's kind of like having it removal for threats on the board, but I really just like Dimir because there's a very solid like Dimir shell that you can play in Historic Brawl, with some of my favorite cards being, and again, with the strategy overall, maybe this is just kind of considered like Dimir control good stuff, but some of my favorite things to put in a Dimir deck is Ashiok Nightmare Muse. Don't know why that was hard for me to read. And then other things that kind of let me steal stuff from opponents that have like some tricky flash shenanigans that you can do. So Zareth Sand the Trickster is really fun because if you deal combat damage to a player, you can put target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, which is really good if you're milling stuff because we do have some mill effects in here like Gyruda, or, Breach, or a few other things that will help us fill our opponent's graveyard a bit. We also have like Xanathar, Guild Kingpin, and Toxrill just for the extra added spice, again with taking stuff from our opponents or with Toxrill making our opponents sad. And some 2 new cards that I really want to, shout out here. Obviously, you already know like Orcish Bowmasters, and then we have Plantier of Orthoc to kind of help with damage or get card advantage and help mill as well. We do not have a Saga Shieldred in here, which is the first time I've built a deck with black that didn't run that, so this will be interesting, or at least one in a while that didn't have them. But we do have other Shieldred with the Drain, so that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so with no further ado, let's go see how this does, and I guess I'll see you out there. Atraxa. Alright. Never seen that before. I think we can keep. Hopefully I don't regret. Hopefully no regrets. I really love this commander. The test games were pretty great. We'll go ahead and put that in tapped. And we should be on track for stuff. Knock on wood. Okay, putting in Snow-Covered Island. And they have Arcane and Signet out, so they have 3 manas. We'll have 3 here soon in a second, and we'll probably put Callous Blood Mage out. Okay, there's Atraxa. Yeah, let's get Callous Blood Mage in the mix, and maybe with the card draw we'll hit like some removal. Nope, okay. Trying to think of what else we would probably want to do. I feel like if we put Shieldred in, they're probably gonna die. But at least we force them to use mana that hopefully holds back from whatever broken shenanigans they want to do. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Okay. Yeah, let's do a Shieldred. Buy us some time there. Can't attack in and don't want to attack in either because that'll just give them 5 life. So... Okay. Seems good. I'm trying to think, do I want to put Lolth in next just because it's something that can at least block Atraxa? I think that might make the most sense right now. Or I guess we could River's Rebuke. Let's do that. Because they're also tapped out. Okay. And then they also have to start over with their counters as well, which hopefully puts a little bit more of a clock up for them. And then maybe my commander goes in next because the Etrata can at least exile Atraxa. So hopefully we get some shenanigans going on there. There's Atraxa. Oh, and that's right, because of the... What is it called? Perpetual effects. That's right. Oh, alchemy. At least we drew like our direct removal. They will get the card draw for it, but we're gonna just blow up that. And then we'll hit them for 4. There we go. And then let's get in... Oh, we don't want to do that because it'll force us to sacrifice something. So I think I'm just going to leave mana up for this Deadly Dispute. And we'll go ahead and hit face. And just in case they had like the board wipe where removal needed. Okay. Yeah, so they're probably exiling Children. And we'll just sack in response. Oh, I thought they were going to go for Children. Maybe they're worried I'm going to blink it? Interesting. Okay. So let's do this. And we'll put in, I think, the Scarab God. And go to combat, hit Kaya. Bonk. Okay. So we have 3 mana open right now if we don't sacrifice anything. Okay. So doing pretty well. I'm happy. As long as they don't have a board wipe, I think we're good. Question mark? Okay. We're not super worried about them blinking like the Scarab God or Shieldred. Okay. Wonder if we're going to be able to get that win the game condition. Okay. What do we want to do next? Let's put this in. Let's get Lolth out. I think we're going to make some Spiaitas. And then let's get the commander in. And then I think we can go ahead and attack. Boom. Okay. And I hope we're all good now, because we don't have like protection against a board wipe right now, but hopefully Lolth will still get us some sort of benefit if that happens. Knock on wood, though. Contagion Dispenser seems cool. So proliferate, and then during your turn... Oh, when you proliferate during your turn, draft a card. Okay. It only triggers once per turn, but that does seem good for an Atraxa deck. Okay. That's fine with me. Because their friend can't block right now either. So we can get in for, assuming they don't have anything to exile our stuff, like a Swords to Plowshares or something like that. We can do 2, 4, 6, 10 damage to their face. So it's looking pretty solid for us. Alright. Opponent scoops it up. GG's. Sir Gwyn. Hero of Ashvale. So, knight, I think equipment, right? This feels like it could be good, so I'm gonna keep it. I think a large part of that is because we have Feed the Swarm and some Mindstone shenanigans. Okay, so let's put this in, and let's get a Swampy Source. So a little Swampy Poo. Boop! Swampy Poo in! Mindstone for our thinking thoughts. We're going to copy them too. Ooh, or maybe Arcane Signet. So we look like we... It's like when you look at someone's homework, but you gotta change the answer slightly. That's kind of what happened just now. We were gonna copy it exactly, but we caught ourselves. Ooh, the paladin seems good. Seems good. Yeah, I think we're gonna save our interaction for the commander. Okay. Ooh, Infernal Grasp. Okay, I think we still want to do Mind Stone. And then we'll leave up mana for the Infernal Grasp. Probably want to do it on their upkeep before they go to combat. Or their main phase, I should say. We'll put a stop on it. Just so they don't get that dungeon trigger. Okay. I was waiting for them to use some mana as well, so I'll take that stop off. Okay, sweet. Ooh, that's good. That is a good card. Okay. So we're going to put in this island, and then I think the silencer is going to be quite useful here. Okay, I think this still works. Knock on wood. We'll find out, I guess. Trying to think of what I want to exile to with the Etrata, the silence trigger, assuming that they live long enough for us to do the thing with it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We need one more for Toxtril, so if we top deck it, that'll look good for us. I'm just going to throw this in now for another potential blocker if we need it. And I'm going to pew pew. Okay. So now if they attack in with Nadara, I'll at least trade with the silencer there. Oh, they're still attacking. Okay, they must want that dungeon trigger or the... No, I was going to say maybe they have like some sort of combat trick, but I don't think they do because they are empty-handed at the moment. Oh, the -4, there was their combat trick. So we'll just put... I think we still put it in front of them. At least eat some of the damage there. Sweet. Ah, we got our other land drop. So I hope they don't have the interaction for this because this is going to be super nice for us. We're going to get a Swampy Source. And then usually insta-scoop when Toxtril hits. We'll see. Are they going to hang out? Oh, they're still hanging out. So this has to be combat damage. They're not going to deal damage because they have -1 right now. So I'm going to leave them back as a blocker. Alright. So next we can attack with our commander and probably exile something spicy of theirs. Okay, so we'll probably be going for the Sir Gwyn. Ooh, and they have flying. That's nice. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, is that lethal? No, it's not, because they got knocked down to the ground. Okay. We'll deal 1 damage to... I think their face. And then 1 damage to their face. 1 damage to their face. Okay. And then we're going to put this 4/4 in front here. No, we're not, because that's dumb. We're putting in front of that, and then this here. Yeah. Bonk, bonk. Okay, took 2. Then we draw a card, right? Oh no, if we sacrifice our slug friend. Okay. So putting this in, I think we're gonna feed the swarm this friend because we can chump block, I think, the Champions of Tyre. Unless they get the Shadow Sphere. Or, here's what we can do, is we attack with them and then exile that friend. So let's do these 2 attacks. And then, yeah, let's let that happen. Bonk, bonk. And then you. Command zone. And then recast them. Okay. And I hope that worked. That was the thing. They may have some sort of board wipe too. Oops. Is that an oops for you or an oops for me? Okay. Okay, hexproof from white. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen that knight yet. Nice. I'm gonna get the Shadow Spear. Sweet. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack here. And I think that's all we really need to do. Oh, good game. Okay. GG's, opponent. Elrond, Master of Healing. Alright, we don't have a blue source, so I'm going to mulligan. Okay, I feel a little better about this, but I'm kind of worried that we don't have other land drop, and that could be quite bad for us. So, mulligan. Okay, we have all 3. If we don't ever cast Liliana, or might not be able to cast Liliana is what I was trying to say. So put them to the bottom. And I like using this to kind of steal potential ramp spells from like Simic too, so. Boop. Also, hello! And if you don't know what this buddy does, whenever you scry one, put a +1/+1 counter on up to X target creatures, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying this way. So that seems good for value. Let's do stuff at instant speed. And then what's the second paragraph says? It says, creature you control with a +1/+1 counter becomes the target of a spell or ability. Draw a card. Well, that seems good. Okay. And we're just going to see what we get here. Let's get their Llanowar Elves, because that's going to help us with the Manaz. Even though it taps for a force, that's still something. Okay. And we'll put in this snow-covered friend. We'll put you in. And then let's put in Fibblethip. Draw a card. Ooh, okay. Inherited Envelope. I've been seeing this card a bit more. Okay, I should play with this more for at least the decks that care about being tempted by the rain. It's on a bad mana rock. Okay, so they have 2 open mana. Probably could counter the commander. So let's just hold off on that. And then I think we'll go ahead and just attack. Bonk, bonk. Okay. And then let's just see like what shenanigans they're going to do. Okay. And I'm just going to siphon mine. Let's get that. It's also got flash, which I like. And we haven't seen too much of what they have. They've just been ramping a ton. I'm curious. Let's get in the commander finally, because they are tapped out. And then we'll just hang out, because we're not going to be able to punch through with our little 1/1s anymore. They're reading my commander. Because it does exile something when I do combat damage to somebody, so let's go. Pow, 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 pow. Oh boy. They keep hovering over my friend here. I'm wondering if they're bouncing something back. Ooh, gaining control. Let's just do it to their face. We're gonna probably have to Crux of Fate. Probably should have held off on flashing in the Orcish Bowmasters if I'm gonna board wipe, but it kind of makes me feel better about myself. I probably low-key encouraged them to actually dump their whole hand too, so... destroy... Oh, I almost clicked all dragon creatures. We want non-dragons. Get out of here. Okay. Take action. And that was pretty much their whole board state, so they're gonna be top decking it. Okay. The scry stuff is good card advantage, at least. Yeah. Oh, and they get to draw one from that. Okay. Let's get Reliquary Tower in. We'll put in Jingataxis, the nice one. And then... we're not probably ever going to flip it because we're not really built around that, but I do like the card draw aspect of it, and it has Ward. Ooh, Elvish Warmaster. Not a card to underestimate for sure. Okay, Paradise Druid. Elf Ball doing Elf Ball things. Okay. Counters on things. I think we won't block right now because I do need that additional card draw. Okay, so we'll put this in on a blue source. We're gonna put this in the plantar, whatever. I never know what it's called. And then let's put in Mind Stone. The Navigator. Scry. Put that to the bottom. And I think that's probably all we can do right now. Let's put this to the bottom. Okay. Okay. Just waiting to get Elf Balled because they can pump the Elvish War Master to make everything a 5/5, which we still would live through right now, but I think what we need is really another board wipe because they were able to recover quite easily from that first one. So yeah, they pumped their friends. Oh, I thought they were going to do it. Okay. It gives us a little bit of time to build up our board state then. Or maybe survive an attack. I don't know. They could just be trying to stall for another turn so that they can swing in for one big attack because Elvish War Master gives everything, I think, +2/+2 in Death Touch. Ooh, they still have the ability to do it. We'll just block this one for now. Still keep Jin up just in case we need like something to help us with card draw. Ooh, that's a sad time. We'll put you in, and then we'll see what we draw. And another land. Sadness prevails. Okay. No attack. Pretty sure we're just dead. This to the bottom. This to the bottom. Boom. Took 4 from the, what is it? Key of the Archive. Ooh, Mind Flayer. It is definitely GG's. Okay. That guide. Get another friend. Ooh, Kinnan. Very nice. I think they have lethal. They just swing with all the things. I want to block their commander. Ooh, going down to 3. Yeah, if they just attacked with all the things. Put in Ravenous. Blow up Mind Flare. Get another blocker back. Put in Gravelighter. And draw a card. It's a blocker. Sadly, not what we needed. Done. Oh, they let me have it. Interesting. I mean, I'm dead anyways this turn. They would have taken a lot of health too for that. But not that it matters at this point because they got lethal on board. But yeah, this Planetary of Orthoc is like doing all the work, I tell you, friends. Elven Farsight. Don't need glasses like me to see far away. They got that Farsight. Okay. You gonna bonk? There you go. Time to bonk. Scry for good measure. There you go. Block to you. Block to you. Block to you. Block to you. And then die. G heckin' G's. Bro. Playing against all them Simics. We'll keep. Boop. Alright. We'll put in Snowcover Island and probably flash in the Fairy Mastermind on their instep. Okay. Flashing this in. Oh. That's fine. Oh, sweet. And I don't have to put in Seagate anymore. Because I want to make sure I had mana up for the counter spell. But I haven't hit their green source yet, so maybe that's a thing. Oh, I say that, but then they hit their green source. Oh, yeah. Okay. Goodbye. No thank you. We're good. Thanks, but no thanks. Let's put in Nurset. And then we'll activate their ability. Ooh, I like Siphon Insight a lot. We'll put this in as our land. And be happy about life and stuff. You know? Druid class, okay. Okay, now let's them play an additional land or gain a life. Okay, they have to level it up. I might wait for them to level up and bounce it back so they kind of waste their mana by investing it in that. We'll put in this Field of Ruin. And can we do the things I want to do? Not this turn, but I think it's worth putting Archmage out still. Unless it gets countered. It might get countered. Nope, resolves. Okay, that's always a good time too. Heartless Act. Seems good. So we got answers for stuff, I guess. I'm very happy I countered that Scute Swarm because I feel like this game would be going very differently if I hadn't. But I think I'm going to Siphon Insight on my turn. Okay, so they're ramping. Probably getting another forest. Yep, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Start with Mindstone. I just realized I used my other swampy source that I needed. It's Field of Ruin. Can we Field of Ruin? We can Field of Ruin. Okay. We're gonna blow up Rivendell. Grab another swampy source because that's what we need in our life. I tell ya. Boom. Okay. Swamp source. Nice part about Field of Ruin is at least it can help you mana fix. It's a little bit like extra steps, but okay. And then we'll go to combat. Boom. Okay. And then I'm saving this Heartless Act. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We need another blue source to cast Seagate. That's cute. They have their own nurse set. Well, now we can save our Heartless Act, I guess. Okay. Arcane. They got an old arcane signet. Okay. Attack there. Boop. Get our commander in, because why not? And then we'll go ahead and pass. And then it says more than one card each turn. So if we cast stuff on their turn, I believe we could still draw a card. Okay, that's fine. No problem with that. Resolve. My turn. Okay. So castle in, and I think we can get Archmage back, right? Because we're still setting up a little bit. And then we could have this guy not exploit, because they could be potential Phyrexian Tower fodder. But we couldn't draw anyways because of the Nar set. So that's kind of like where my mindset's at with that. Maybe Fairy Mastermind would have been better. I don't know. Might have been better to do that, actually. Okay. So we have a few options here. I think the first one we're going to do is use the Heartless Act to destroy that. And can't draw that card because of Narset. But what we will do next is go here and here for damage. Bonk, bonk. And then I'm going to... Let's do this. Let's actually just put it back to hand because I think that makes the most sense. And then we also have a chump blocker. Okay. And then I'm just going to hold stuff up right now because it was kind of like a mana sink for them. Oh, you want to return that to my hand? Sure. They're probably going to try to hit our set. But we have this to flash in. And we'll say thank you for your service, friend. But you gots to go. Okay. And we'll put the snow in. We'll put in our commander. And then I think we're going to just want to attack again. Bonk, bonk. And I'm going to feed the swarm that land. Just to draw a card more than anything. Sweet. And then we can also get Seagate Restoration going next turn too. And with Etrata out, in theory, we're going to be able just to exile whatever creature is a big threat. Okay. GG, opponent. Alright, I hope you had fun. We played 4 games, lost 1, won 3. That feels like a pretty good record overall. And I think as far as this deck goes, maybe there's some improvements here to make, but I've had a pretty solid, consistent win rate with it. And especially when I was doing the test games, one of my favorite cards that we didn't get to see in action today that does so much work in this deck is Thief of Sanity. So the big part is that it's a flyer, which, you know, most opponents have a hard time blocking this, but when it deals combat damage, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library, and then exile one of them face down, put the rest in their graveyard, and then you basically get to cast the exiled card. Another card that might feel on theme for this deck too is Gonti, Lord of Luxury, but I didn't want to use, I don't know, one of the slots that I had to make room for it. But that's also a fun card that, you know, if you want additional effects like that. Other cards that I think deserve MVP shoutouts are Plantier of Orthanc, because again, the card advantage, and then, you know, life loss for our opponent is pretty nice as a punishment for not letting us have the card draw. And then I think Sheoldred Apocalypse. Y'all know this card, I don't need to explain why it's good. And then the Scarab God, which we didn't get to see too much of, but the huge part was just being able to exile our opponent's graveyard and essentially take like the good stuff from them. So that was pretty spicy overall. But yeah, so I hope this was fun to watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.